In this video, I'm going to be introducing you to my new bike. I'll share my experience of riding uphill as well as downhill on this machine, and I'll go through some of the features and geometry of the bike as well. But first, it's only proper to start the day the right way before we head over to my local bike shop, Velocipede Cycles in Tunbridge Wells, to pick up this absolute weapon of a bike. Let's go! So after connecting my phone to make sure that the Avinox system was fully up to date with the right firmware and software, we had a quick double check to make sure all these settings were correct and the sag was all correct before heading out for the first ride on the trail. So let's go and have a good look.
Oh my god, little legs can't keep up. Oh, that's mad. Welcome to the Mondraker Zendit. I've put off getting an e-bike for quite a while. Having ridden the Atherton A170 for a good couple of years now, I came to the conclusion that that absolutely was the glove that fitted the style of riding that I absolutely love, which is sort of big downhill, sending it kind of mental stuff. I love the climbs. I absolutely love the climbs because the reward that I get from the climb when I get to the top for those downhills that I can't put my finger on the excitement I have from that, the pleasure I have from that, and not being a spring chicken anymore. I've now turned 53. I really like the fact that I'm maintaining my strength and my fitness. It's making me feel good, both mentally and physically. So the problem is many reasons why I've gone for an e-bike, and another reason why I didn't go for the Atherton e-bike as well. So I'll come on to that in a moment. It was definitely in the running. Now, pretty much all of my mates now have e-bikes, and I've been riding with them with my gorgeous Atherton, and I know this sounds like an excuse, but I've been struggling, let's say, and it's been playing on my mind because then I'm going slow, which is then holding them up, and I don't want to hold them up because they love it just as much as I do. So guys, you know who you are. So I'm pleased to say that I'm now going to be able to keep up with you, and we're going to have so many laps, it's unreal. So the reasons why I've gone for this Mondraker Zendit. Number one, it's got a motor, and it's got a highly acclaimed motor. I didn't go for this bike because of the motor, and I didn't go for this bike because of its immense power. I'm not going to go into sort of the detail, everything to do with the Avinox system. There's 1,000,001 different videos out there that you can go and have a look at. The Avinox M2S Motor is unreal. It is blowing me away with its capability. So far I've been, I would say, 85% in eco mode. It is fully adjustable. Each of the settings are fully adjustable. So I think there's auto, eco, trail, turbo and boost. Boost is just insane. It's just absolutely sanity. It's the equivalent of the Tesla flipping, what is it, I can't even remember what it's called now. Ludicrous, that's what it's called, and this kind of is a bit ludicrous. Eco mode, as I was saying before, much like all the other modes, are fully adjustable via the app or the actual screen on the top. That's great. You can adjust it to your parameters that is going to work for you personally. Another reason why I've gone for this bike is around the geometry, simply because it matches so very closely to my Atherton. Now, yes, I know a lot of you will be saying, well, why didn't you just wait for the Atherton and go for the Atherton? Well, that was a thought. It definitely was a thought. It was going to be a little bit more expensive, so I had cost in mind. Yes, this is an expensive bike, however, it is cheaper than the Atherton. The other side of it is the S range, so it's the S170e, which is based on the S170, which is aluminium. It's the DW4 rear end suspension, whereas my A170 is the DW6, and I felt that going to the DW4 might have been a little bit of a letdown after being so in tune with the DW6. That's the Dave Weigel 6-bar linkage, which is like a magic carpet. This thing is similar feeling. It is an absolute magic carpet again. It's super plush. It's got Fox factory suspension on it, and I'll go through the full spec list and geometry in a moment, so keep watching. But essentially it is a bike that has been designed by Mondraker and their intense kind of race ethos. The rear end suspension is based around the Mondraker Summom downhill bike, so it's pretty beefy. And the zero suspension platform that they've actually got in this thing, it is quite incredible. Again, there's lots of videos out there that will actually go into a lot of detail of what the zero suspension platform is all about. However, if you haven't tried one, it's blown me away. Go and try one, because it's incredible.
Well, as promised, let's have a little look at the geometry. My bike is the size medium-large Zendit RR. It's a 27.5 at the rear and a 29 at the front, which makes it mullet. The head angle is a slack 63.5 degrees. The reach is 480mm. And the chainstay is at 450mm with a wheelbase of 1286mm, create a very downhill orientated rig. With of course the added benefit of the Avinox M2S motor, which is incredible, and it gets you back up to the top to do it all again downhill super fast.
Okay, another reason why I've gone for this bike is the spec on this thing is incredible. For a base model, and this is no base model like a normal base model, the base model comes with DT Swiss wheels, it comes with Fox factory suspension, so we've got the Fox 38, 70mm, 170mm of travel, and 165mm of travel with the Fox Float X. It's the 2027 latest edition of these Fox bits of kit, and there's some proper magic tech going into here. It's the first time I've ridden my own bike with Fox on it, and I'm proper impressed. It's got E13 cranks, my own pedals, which are the Crank Brothers Mallet DH, and then it's got full axis SRAM gearing, which again I've got on my actual Atherton, and it is beautiful. I love it to bits. Okay, the other thing it's got on it is, as standard, is the Maven brakes. They are super powerful. Comes with 200 front and rear discs. Wheels are DT Swiss. It's the hybrid 1900 wheels. It then comes with the 370 hybrid hubs, which have straight pull spokes, so I'm confident that these things are going to be incredibly strong. Maxxis Assegai up front, which is a 29 2.5 3C Max Grip Exo Plus for the front, so we've got really good grip, and it's the latest sort of decals, which are sort of greyed out, which I kind of like. And on the rear we've got a Minion DHR2, which is the full Monty kind of thing, 3C, triple compound, and it's double down as well, so that's going to really give some reassurance on the back end. The dropper post is the on-off, and I'm really impressed with it, really impressed. It's got a really nice lever, which is fully adjustable, and it's part of the SRAM connection system, of which I can't remember the name of it, but it's all integrated with the brake lever. and an ergon saddle. Super comfortable. It's an e-bike specific one, so we've got this kind of lip at the back there. It's an incredible spec right out the box. I think the only thing I might consider changing will be the tyres. I've got the Continental Crip Totals on my Atherton. That may well be a possible change, but so far I'm pretty impressed with these. We'll see how that plays out. Now, I don't know whether you can see it. I'll try and get a bit closer. I've actually got a ride wrap protective coating all the way around here, so massive shout out to Velocipede Cycles, and Ollie, you've done an incredible job. This is one difficult kit to put on, and you've done such an amazing job. It literally covers, I would probably say, 90%, maybe 95% of the entire bike. Cracking job, Ollie. Now, I've been talking about the reasons why I've gone for the Zendit and why I've gone for an e-bike in general. It's simple, really. I am a MTB addict. Can't get enough of the stuff. And on a regular mountain bike, I'm finding I'm wanting more and more the further into the day I go. And my body's kind of saying, well, hang on a minute, lad, you're running out of energy, time to stop. And my head is going, yeah, more. This allows me to carry on with that more kind of attitude. But it allows me to carry on safely because I haven't exhausted my body. I haven't wasted my energy levels. And it's a personal uplift. That's the plain, simple truth. Personal uplift to get to the top and do it all again. Now, the other great thing I love, silence, the utter silence of this motor, is it is so much more stealth when you pass other riders, walkers, horses, runners, and it kind of helps with the etiquette of not ramming big power electric bike in their face, which yeah, I'm a big advocate for trail etiquette. Up at the top now, wasn't effortless because I didn't want it to be effortless, but it was certainly twice as quick as I would normally get up that on the Atherton. Righty ho, so I'm going to head down one of the longer trails here in Friston Forest. It's called the Crater Run, and I just want to kind of give you an idea of just how incredibly and insanely quiet this bike is. This is Crater Run. Enjoy. This section's just the lead in. It's fairly flat, so you've got to put a bit of effort in, keep up a bit of speed. Once it starts going down with a little more vigour, we then get into the craters as well. And they are genuine craters from World War II. And the craters were not from the Germans, but actually from the Allied forces, who had to release bombs, warheads, that kind of thing, that were not deployed. So they used to come over the top of the downs, get rid of them, and then land back at base. And back then, there was no forest whatsoever. This is actually a man-made forest. Here's the first crater, I believe. And there it is. In we go. And out the other side. Lovely. One of many. The suspension platform on this Zendit is all based around Fox and the Zero suspension platform from Mondraker, and it is buttery smooth. And I utterly love the noise of the pitter-patter of the tyres on the forest floor. Yeah, it's superb. I don't think I've had a bike as quiet as this. Mind you, my beautiful Atherton is still amazingly quiet. Into the bigger bomb hole. And then down this one. This is a lovely trail, this one. So this is just slightly off of the crater run. And I actually can't remember what it's called. Now I've actually done a video solely on Friston Forest and how to make your way around. Mouthful of fly then. So if you look up here somewhere, there will be a link to go and have a look at that video. Oh, such a good trail. Super flow. I'm pleased there's some decent grip on these tyres. And into the bottom section. Wow, it's playful, this bike. Super playful. The faster you push it, the more playful it gets, but doesn't diminish its control at all. Oh. Zendit to flat. Oh, what a run that is. Okay, so that was a really nice little run. It's, like I was saying, just coming down there, it is surprisingly manoeuvrable for a big, long travel, relatively heavy bike that has a long wheelbase. It's way more manoeuvrable than I was expecting. Still obviously getting used to the weight of it, so it's probably not quite as airborne as some other bikes, but to be honest, for me, I want it planted, I want it stuck to the ground, I want it gripping, and that gives me comfort, confidence and safety ultimately. So that's another good way of looking at this. This is a safe bike to ride at a fast pace over pretty gnarly trails. Yes, these aren't really gnarly, but it's going to get gnarly. Yeah, first impressions are exceptional. This bike's blowing me away. I kind of shouldn't be shocked, but I am kind of really, just how good it is. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't realise on what level of good. I'm just climbing up this long drawn out climb in eco. I'm just going to show you the suspension because it's set in the plushest mode, but there's hardly any pedal bob. Now I'm putting that down to the incredible Mondraker Zero suspension platform, and also the Fox suspension as well. It's impressive. Just another little massive plus point for the Mondraker Zendit.
Everyone talks about range anxiety when it comes to e-bikes and e-mountain bikes in particular. However, with regard to the range covered on this particular journey, over a period of 3 hours and 20 minutes, I managed to accumulate 36.36 miles, and that gave me an elevation gain of 4,988 feet in total. Now, I'm pretty impressed with that. Not once did I think about running out of battery, because at the end of all that I actually ended up with about 16% battery remaining. So all in all, seriously impressive figures on a seriously impressive bike. Well, what can I say? That was one of the most intensely good and enjoyable and fun rides I've had in a long time, actually. The Atherton is spectacular. This Mondraker Zendit just adds a whole new realm to the world of mountain biking. So watch this space. There's going to be loads of videos coming up. As I say, Scotland, Wales are just a couple, and there's going to be many different locations that I'm going to be going to Zendit. So keep watching. Thanks for watching this video, and go and check out the Zendit at your local store. If you're close to Tunbridge Wells in Kent, head over to Velocipede Cycles and speak to Jack, Chris or Ollie, and they'll give you the lowdown on the whole range. Bye.